Anna, you've come to this. This is the first time we've done this event in
West Cumbria,
Whitehaven
yeah.
on the 9th of November on a Saturday. What, Anna, what do you think of the actual event firstly?
Yeah.
So if you can answer.
Okay, so am I asking, or have you
You're
already
going to
asked?
ask me that.
Oh.
Yeah. Alice?
Sorry, this is
Sorry.
not been planned. So
That's okay, I know.
Okay. Tell me when to start.
Should have been cooked, can't
Hi Anna, hope you're well. It's been an honor having you in this event. May I please ask, how did you find this event and how did it go for you and your family?
So I found out about the event from my boss at Cumbria Youth Alliance. I work with a young Syrian who speaks Arabic. So
Okay.
I was quite interested to come and discover a little bit more about Islam because it's very important to him. I was extremely welcomed as I've arrived at the event. My child has been made very welcome. I've spoken to some extremely interesting people because there's a lot of negativity about Islam in the press often, and it's very much shows in this exhibition that it's all about peace, which is very nice to hear.
Thank you very much, really appreciate it. So after going through all the different literature that we have left here and reading all the material, or briefly reading, have any of your misconceptions that you may have had before coming here been answered in relation to Islam?
I'm not sure that I've had misconceptions about Islam. I'm often a very open person. I just think it's important that people follow a faith of some description in order to lead their lives in a fulfilling way. But yeah, it's been extremely interesting, and yeah, I can't really add any more.
So
Yeah.
what new did you learn that you never knew previously? Obviously you must have learned a lot, but something that struck you and was like mesmerizing or amazed you.
That's too challenging a question, I'm sorry. I really haven't had time to read the literature because I'm running after a 3-year-old.
Oh,
However,
right.
I have learned to write my name, and the gentleman who wrote my name for me has... I found it very interesting. He said that it is the Quran was it discovered or brought into regular use something like 1400 years ago?
Yeah, it was
and
revealed
he
1400
that was it.
Yeah.
And he was telling me about the accent of the Arabic that was used, is still used in Mecca, and he was saying that it doesn't contradict science. So he was explaining he's a dentist and he, in theory, could use the science from the Quran. Is still relevant now, which I found fascinating. I would quite like to go and discover more about that.
Yeah, no, I would actually encourage you. Did you take a copy of the Quran?
No.
So I'll give you a copy when we
Yeah.
finish. Read it. Just in short, basically, it was revealed 1400 years ago. Since it was revealed, not even one dot has changed. So it stayed in its same form since it was revealed. Whereas if you see normal books, if an author writes a book 1 year, the next year you'll find a new edition.
Yeah.
Another
This is the original edition.
This is the original, and it's never changed. It's been
Yeah.
1400 years. And obviously because we believe it's the text of God,
Yeah.
revealed directly from God. And God in it himself tells us that he's going to preserve it and safeguard it.
Yeah.
And he's promised this basically in the Quran, and this promise has been proven to be true until now.
Yeah.
So this is basically the most amazing thing about the
Yeah.
Quran.
The other thing that I found extremely interesting is I work with a lot of young people with mental health problems.
Okay.
And the gentleman who was writing my name for me was explaining that I thought it was lovely that this 17, he was 17 when I started working with him, he's now 18. And
Okay.
Islam is just part of his life, which in the UK, it's almost embarrassing to have a religion. For a lot of the young people I work with, they don't have a religion, they avoid religion, whereas, for this young man, it's so important in his life. And I think that's lovely. And the gentleman I was talking to said, it's just a way of life, it's part of growing up. One of the things that you have there to help you become more resilient, which is, a really important thing. And
True.
I don't mean that necessarily Islam is missing from everybody's lives, but there is something missing. So it's very nice that he was saying that in your Islamic community, suicide and mental health problems aren't as large a problem as they are
Yeah.
in general, as they are.
Yeah, this
in
is
the press.
yeah.
So
No, I
it's
agree
very
with
interesting.
I agree with that, and I would experience, or I would echo the same sentiments.
Yeah.
It's because obviously
So
of
it's
our
doing something right, isn't it?
yeah. And I think we don't want to take too much more of your time,
Yeah,
and
no.
I'll just finish off by giving you a copy of the Quran.
Thank you very much.
This is an English translation.
Yep.
Hopefully you can read it.
I hope
When
so
you
too.
read it, just bear in mind it's religious text.
Yep.
So it's not like a storybook, a novel.
Yep.
So when you read it with that
In mind.
thought in mind, yeah.
Yeah,
And
fantastic.
read it in that mode as well.
Yes.
That it's a religious text. But
And
you'll
thank you for putting on an exhibition like this in this area. I think
no problem. Thank you.
often you're given a bad name in the press, this religion, and yeah, it's unfair.
No, but that's the main purpose of
Yeah.
these type of exhibitions, to
Yeah.
explain to everyone, inform, the true teachings and the
yeah.
peaceful teachings, what Islam really is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No,
And
thank
it was
you
a pleasure
very much.
meeting to you.
Thank you.
Take care. Okay, thank you.
Right,
Bye.
no problem.